the delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players by saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart.
Geno Auriemma once thought he had Caitlin Clark all figured out, a player he believed wouldn't make much of an impact, backed by fans he saw as unrealistic. But reality had other plans. Caitlin has not only proven her doubters wrong, but also left Gino eating his words on national TV. The same player he doubted could handle the physicality of the WNBA has turned skeptics into believers, and Gino into her most surprising supporter yet.
This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league, and she's a rookie.
Caitlin Clark's rookie season was nothing short of extraordinary. She delivered jaw-dropping performances and shattered WNBA records, proving she's far more than just hype. Along the way, she even made her harshest critics admit they were wrong. Geno Auriemma, known for his strong opinions and sharp critiques, found himself giving praise he once thought impossible. But how did we get here? How did a legendary coach with decades of dominance end up changing his stance on the rookie he famously doubted? Think you know the story? Think again. What unfolded next was truly headline-making. Let's break it all down, stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe. Ready? Let's dive in.
There were actually odds on she's third or fourth in betting odds on being MVP of the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name. Okay, so the kid was set up for failure right from the beginning.
It all started with a bold statement on Asterisk, the Dan Patrick Show Asterisk that sent shockwaves through the basketball world. UConn's legendary coach, Geno Auriemma, didn't mince words. He called Caitlin Clark's fan base delusional, claiming they were setting her up for failure. According to Auriemma, Clark wasn't equipped to handle the physicality of the WNBA and lacked the quickness to evade tough defenders. He even added that her outspoken nature was a double-edged sword, saying she deserves everything she gets because she dishes it out just the same.
What does bother me is some of the people I deeply respect, their basketball credentials, their basketball history, their commitment to basketball and women's basketball, I think have really not covered themselves in glory with some of this commentary.
To understand Auriemma's doubts, it's important to look at Clark's college career in Iowa. She was a game changer, known for her incredible scoring, long-range shooting, and leadership that turned the Hawkeyes into national contenders. By the time she was selected first overall in the 2024 WNBA draft, Clark was a household name. But for Auriemma, her college success didn't automatically guarantee she'd dominate in the pros. He believed the WNBA was a tough league where only a few could shine right away, mostly players he had coached at the University of Connecticut.
And Diana said it best, this kid's in for a rude awakening.
Fans were divided. Clark's supporters highlighted her unmatched work ethic, sharp basketball mind, and ability to step up in clutch moments. On the other hand, critics, including Diana Taurasi, shared Auriemma's concerns, questioning whether Clark's college success would translate to the pro game, a league known for its tough, experienced players. Sound familiar?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time.
Clark didn't back down from the criticism. She embraced it. Instead of letting the pressure get to her, she used it as fuel, staying calm and focused in early press conferences. She talked about teamwork and preparation, making it clear she was there to help her team improve. Then, the season that changed everything arrived. Clark didn't just meet expectations, she exceeded them. Leading the Indiana Fever, she posted impressive stats, averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and more than 5 rebounds per game. While her scoring was spectacular, it was her vision on the court and ability to elevate her teammates that silenced the doubters. Along the way, she broke 62 records, proving Auriemma's prediction of a rookie slump was way off.
You never know how quickly they're going to adapt to the WNBA game coming from college. And I think that Caitlin has done surprisingly well, how quickly she's adapted to this game. There's a lot of doubters out there, as we all know, and she has proved them all wrong.
What truly made her season unforgettable were the moments that turned skepticism into sheer admiration. Her buzzer beaters, triple-doubles, and game-winning assists became viral sensations. But it wasn't just her skill on the court that earned respect, it was her resilience. When the pressure was on, she kept her composure, shouldering high expectations without losing her drive. The rookie season that Auriemma thought would expose Clark instead proved her to be one of the brightest stars of her generation. So how did all of this lead to Auriemma's surprising change of heart? That's where things get interesting. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Now, let's dive back in.
Well, the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team looking to improve to 4-0 in the season as they travel to Des Moines to take on Drake. Caitlin Clark, Lisa Bluder also on hand to watch the sold-out game.
Clark's return to Iowa was more than just a homecoming. It was a celebration of her incredible journey and all that she's accomplished, with even more ahead. The November 17th game between the Iowa Hawkeyes and Drake Bulldogs was the perfect setting for this emotional moment. As Clark entered the Knapp Center, the energy in the arena was electric. Fans knew they were witnessing the return of a legend. Fox College Hoops played a special tribute video showcasing her top college moments, along with touching messages from former teammates, coaches, and rivals.
Unless you have been living under a rock, you have heard about Caitlin Clark.
She's just a generational player and makes everybody around her better.
Caitlin Clark will go down as one of the best to ever play the game.
The tribute also featured heartfelt messages from stars like Paige Beckers, Juju Watkins, and Clark's former coaches, Lisa Bluder and Jan Jensen. Watkins expressed her excitement for Clark's next chapter, noting that the praise for her has always been sincere and constant. She highlighted not just Clark's incredible talent, but also her strong character.
Great player, good person as well. She's been great, and I'm really excited for her at this next stage in her career.
Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball.
Another forever moment for this transformational superstar.
What really stood out was the shift in how even Clark's former critics now spoke about her. Geno Auriemma, who had once questioned her prospects, now spoke with reluctant admiration. The coach who had dismissed Clark's potential as hyped had to acknowledge her incredible achievements. It was a complete turnaround that no one saw coming, showing just how dominant Clark's rookie season had been. The tribute wasn't just a walk down memory lane, it was proof of Clark's impact on everyone around her. Paige Beckers, who had often been compared to Clark, shared a powerful thought that captured her journey. Caitlin brought so much new attention to the rise of women's college basketball. She carries that burden with grace and humility.
Caitlin brought so much new attention to the rise in women's college basketball and the WNBA and women's sports in general. I feel like the weight of the world is on her shoulders, and she just has this heavy burden to carry, and she does it with grace and humility.
As the video played, the crowd erupted in applause, and social media was buzzing with reactions. Tweets flooded in, with fans saying things like, "She's changed the game," and even Gino's got to give her credit now. The message was clear. Caitlin Clark had proven herself, and the critics had no choice but to acknowledge it. Her rookie season had not only showcased her skills on the court, but had also shifted the narrative about her. The praise kept pouring in throughout the night. It wasn't just her Iowa teammates saying her praises. Rival coach Kara Craw summed it up well, saying, "You can't deny her impact. It goes beyond the stats." The broadcast even showed clips of Clark's WNBA highlights, which had the crowd cheering every time her face appeared on screen.
Clark for the win!
The only comparable to her is Steph Curry.
Well, she did break my assist record at Iowa, so that's, something I have to live with my entire life. But I think what Caitlin Clark did is put eyes on our game. People that would never watch women's basketball are watching women's basketball now because of Caitlin Clark.
The homecoming marked a full circle moment, highlighting how far Caitlin Clark had come and how wrong many of her critics had been. It showed that her rookie season was about more than just the stats. It was about resilience, defying the doubters, and uniting people. Through it all, Clark remained humble, focused, and continued to inspire everyone around her. But what about Auriemma? You might be surprised by how he flipped the script and changed the narrative.
The college career that Caitlin had ignited a tremendous amount of attention.
Geno Auriemma, the coach who once confidently dismissed Caitlin Clark's potential, found himself in an unexpected position, eating his words. After months of criticism and doubt, his public stance began to shift, and it didn't go unnoticed during Clark's tribute video. For the first time, his words reflected admiration, a tone few expected from him.
Incredible phenomenon that very rarely happens, and it certainly changed the landscape, no question.
Geno Auriemma's initial jabs at Caitlin Clark, where he claimed she wasn't built for the physicality of the WNBA and mocked her fan base as delusional, were a far cry from his new perspective. In a surprising turn, he admitted, "She's certainly changed the landscape, no question. She's a phenomenon." His shift in tone was clearly sparked by the undeniable impact Clark made during her rookie season. Social media played a big role in this turnaround. Fans flooded timelines with highlight reels of Clark's game-winning shots, flashy assists, and the kind of confidence that lit up arenas. One viral post humorously pointed out, "Gino said she wasn't ready. Now look who's not ready to admit it." The proof was everywhere. Clark had truly arrived.
I was mesmerized by her.
Caitlin had the tongue out. She is feeling it tonight, folks.
She broke stereotypes. She played with the flair. She played with the confidence, the swagger that I think few have played with.
As Caitlin Clark's performances continued to wow fans and silence critics, Geno Auriemma's previous skepticism started to seem out of touch. It wasn't just about admitting she could play. It was about recognizing that she was changing the game and reshaping what it meant to be a player in the WNBA. Known for standing firm in his opinions, Auriemma's shift showed a rare moment of concession. However, not everyone bought into his newfound praise. Some fans saw it as damage control, a way for him to stay face as Clark's unstoppable momentum kept building. Analysts pointed out that Geno clearly knew he'd been wrong, with comments like, "This is him acknowledging it without outright saying it." Even respected basketball voices couldn't ignore the fact that this reversal was proof of Clark's undeniable talent, forcing even the most seasoned experts to rethink their positions.
I think that all of us, fan base included, were just so thankful that we were part of that ride.
For many, Geno Auriemma's change of heart symbolized a broader shift in women's basketball, a move toward recognizing and celebrating new talent, even if it meant challenging long-held opinions. Clark's rise forced even the most stubborn critics to adapt, showing that her story is about more than just basketball. It's about rewriting the narrative. When Auriemma shifted his stance on Caitlin Clark, the reactions were swift and divided. Clark's fans flooded social media to savor the moment, with comments like, "Even G can't ignore her greatness," and "About time he admits what we all knew" popping up everywhere. Memes poking fun at his about face spread like wildfire, turning a pivotal moment into viral content.